So slight change of plans on the E30 here today. In the last video, we talked about cutting this front valence across this front line here. And after giving it some thought, I don't know if that's gonna be the best option. And the reason I say that is because we want this thing to be as strong as possible so that when we put our new front bumper on, we wanna make sure that that thing has as much support as possible. Now, if we cut this entire lower half off, yes, we'll definitely have clearance, but the only kind of concerns that I have is right back here, the bumper will need to mount up to something and it won't have anything holding it from the lower half, which is that kind of that lip piece right there. The thought process now is to only cut what we need to cut, and that's going to be a little bit harder to figure out, but I think long-term wise, if we can do that, I think we'll have more stability on the new front bumper and we'll have more mounting points so that we can make sure that that thing doesn't go anywhere once it is on the car. So the new game plan here is to cut right here across this front line and then come back in at this curve area and then cut across this ridge so this bottom lip stays intact, and then do the same thing on this side as well as that side. Now what that should do is give the fog lights on the new bumper enough space to mount up into this area. We might need to cut a little bit higher, but we'll go ahead and see. And then this will still act as a support for the new bumper as well. And then we'll do the same thing on that side. And if we need to cut anything more or beyond that, we'll go ahead and do that. But I think that's going to be the first set of cuts that I make on this front valence. Front valence cut up, and I think I made the right choice. As you can see, this is the amount that we cut off on both sides, and this is how we're sitting right now. So I actually got that front valence mounted up into the front bumper. I was about to say rear bumper, and it looks really good. So right now we have our outer edges of the bumper and the valence lined up perfectly. Both sides are within spec of where they should be sitting, and our fog light, or our new fog light housing, clears the front valence and the bumper. So I think we're good. So now that we have everything that I think we need to get the front bumper on, we're gonna go ahead and take these fenders back off and then slowly start putting everything back together. Hopefully everything fits and everything is good, so we don't have to keep taking things on and off. But this is kind of the moment of truth here to see how well this bumper fits, and then obviously how good it's gonna look with the car. Honestly, this is very exciting. This is our first look at how the bumper is gonna look, and it looks really good. Obviously, I can't tell too much because the car's not done yet, but this is currently how we're sitting. So as you can see, the front bumper is on 90% of the way. We do need to do a little bit more trimming on the front valence. So as you can tell, we got a little bit of gapping issues right here, so the bumper actually needs to come up just a tad bit. And then we are running into an issue right here where this bottom portion of the front valence is actually hitting the bumper, stopping it from fully closing up on the top side here. So we might have to trim, my guess is 4 or 5 inches inwards, because all this is hitting. So we might have to clearance that up a decent amount. I really didn't want to, just because we could have used these mounting points, but yeah, I guess at this point we might have to just trim that away. And then similarly on the other side, same issue, we're just running into some issues. So the bumper isn't coming all the way in. I'm guessing something is stopping it along the lines, but my guess is it's this bottom portion. So we'll have to cut that away, and then this should be able to seat against this arch and pull this gap a little bit more upwards, is my guess and my hope. This is a huge step forward. And then we also got a bunch of new miscellaneous parts. So let's just go ahead and throw these on just to kind of see how the finished product's gonna look. That looks so good. Obviously, it's not perfect. The placement is very rough, but that's how we're looking, and honestly, it looks really good. Still need to do a lot of alignment, still need to kind of finalize fitment for a lot of our pieces, but honestly, we're at the finish line, and I'm very, very excited on how this thing's looking right now. So as you can see, we got our entire front end of this car put back on, and it looks really good. Honestly, I just put my head down and I locked in for a few hours and I got everything done. I didn't plan on putting the entire front end back together, but I was just at it. Things were going smooth, so I thought, why not? But now we have it done, and as you can see, this is how the front end is kind of looking. The bumper's not on perfectly, but it's like 90% of the way there. This gapping looks really good. We're just having some fitment issues right here. And then on the opposite side, it's honestly sitting a lot better. We might need to add some body filler right here, but the rest of the gapping does look really good. We did add this small touch, so we clearanced out this front grille just a little bit, and now we have a quick release for our front grille, for our front hood. And if you pull this, the front hood will open up and you don't have to actually run into the car to do it. Now, I'm not gonna do it just because we have stuff sitting on the hood, but now we can start tackling the rear of the car, which should be a little bit easier than the front here. The new bumper here, as you can see, it matches the front. This is the Evo-style rear bumper as well. And one thing I did notice that just made me very happy is that I think the tow hook can stay. We have this little cubby right here. So I think if we remove this, this should be able to come off, and then we should be able to keep the tow hook. And just like that, we got this piece off. And what we'll do is give them this piece as well, just for painting purposes. So if we ever do decide to keep it, we can keep it and shouldn't be an issue. All right, so as you can see, we got the bumper on, and this thing fits so much better than the front. I will say it's probably best to have two people to put this on, but we got it on, and honestly, it looks very good. Obviously, it's not painted, but as you can see, we got a little bit of gapping issues. This side is sitting just a tad bit too low, so it just needs to come up just a bit. What I'm guessing is we can actually take that bumper bracket, unscrew it a little bit, push it up as far as we can, and then bolt it back down, and that should fix this gapping right here, because everywhere else it sits just fine. So I'm not too worried about that. We'll let Delta Park Auto deal with that, so we don't have to. I think he's been watching the video, so hopefully he knows what's going on here. But then on the other side, it is absolutely perfect. The gapping is pretty much to the rear quarter, and the bumper lines up with our quarter panel really well. Now, it is a little bit more aggressive, actually a lot more aggressive than our stock bumper. As you can see, it comes out a decent amount more, so just keep that in mind. But I'm overall liking it. I'm liking how it looks on the car so far. But if you want to zoom out real quick, this is how it looks. So again, it looks really good. We still have screws that are gonna get mounted to the wheel well liner, or the wheel well. I'm very happy with how this looks. I'm super excited to get this thing painted now. And the one thing that I've been very hesitant on is, do we paint the Evo bumper gap, which is that little stripe right there, black, or do we keep it color match? That I don't know yet, so we need to figure that out. If you have any thoughts, let me know, but I'm kind of leaning towards painting the entire car green, keeping it one simple color just for that clean look. But if you guys think otherwise, let me know. And looks like our tow hook does need some arrangement. It was bent down a little bit, so we gotta figure out how to get that thing back up. And that is the final product. As you can tell, it's running a lot better. There was a spark plug loose. I think the 6-cylinder that was loose, but it's running a lot better. It's looking a lot better. Obviously, now that we got 90% of the car put back together, and just so you guys can see the rear of the car now, I am so happy with how this looks now. Now, obviously, there is a good amount of adjustment that we need to do. Like, if you look at this side, this wheel is sitting at a decent ride height. But then if you look at this side is a lot lower. Not a lot lower, but a decent amount lower. So we need to fix up the ride height. I think for the front, we're in pretty good shape. I do want to lower it a little bit more, but we're not going to do that until we throw our new wheels on, which is going to come very, very soon. The tire is actually getting mounted on the new wheels as we speak, so we should be able to pick them up tomorrow. Once those are on, we can test fit everything, and then we just have to button up a few small things like the O2 sensor, gut the interior, and so on. We'll probably throw my stock seats back in for the time being. As for the exterior, we're pretty much good to go. I do want to see how the wheels are going to look on the car. And we might even clean it a little bit. It's super dusty. I was doing some woodworking in the garage, and that kind of got dust everywhere, even in the engine bay, so I do need to clean it up a decent amount. Honestly, I could just keep looking at this car all day right now. Just hours and hours and thousands of dollars spent fixing this thing up. But we're so close to the finish line. And a lot of people were actually telling me, don't go with 17s, go with 16s. It'll look better on the E30, but I think the 17s are the way to go. Our BBSs are 17s, and we're actually going to be running a little bit of a higher sidewall on the tire, and that's just because since this bumper sits a lot lower than the stock bumper, I do want to keep the ride height at a decent amount so that we don't rub this thing on the ground. I am going to try to get a splitter made for it so that if anything does rub, it's the splitter, not the bumper. But one thing I love about this kit is how aggressive the rear bumper is. Before my E30, it kind of looked like the rear was always a decent amount off the ground, but now it actually looks just as aggressive as the rest of the car, if not more aggressive. It looks like the rear end is a lot boxier, which I really like. Now, I wish the fender met up with the bumper a little bit better and it wasn't so concaved out right there, but I don't know, it might just add to the overall aesthetic, and it might not be as noticeable once it's all painted and good to go. But as you can see, we got our new taillights. We situated that problem. Taillights are working now. But yeah, overall, I'm glad that we got all the bumpers situated on the car, and I'm glad that I made it one video. That way you guys can see the final product, or at least part of the final product before we close out this video, because I'm not sure how many videos are going to be filmed before we send this thing off. So I just want to make sure that you guys got to see all of it, because a lot of you have been watching from the very start with this car. Technically, the project started 3 years ago, but we got into the deep end of the suspension about 6 months ago. Actually 7 months ago now. We've been kind of going at it every weekend, and this is where we made it. For you guys, one last look of the car. Honestly, a lot of people were telling me that these mismatched fenders actually look really good on the car. It kind of adds to the patina of the rust bucket that it is. But yeah, we're gonna get this switched out soon. Everything should be color matched. Everything should be dent free, which is gonna be amazing to see. And the new wheels are gonna be the final touch. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for staying tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.